Ebusia according to President or say enipa be 1,000 enipa be 1,000 ebomodian ba ni fee se omo bechia no one ne yire ebomodi adwane ni masi milika cause no omo doso ameslemo umyenkonko tie ni ehwegwe.
Recently during the Christmas, my house was like the Makola market. Every person who knows the family, friends, business people, everybody wanted to come and spend a few minutes wishing us Merry Christmas. And so on 25th, the house was full outside, the cars parked all the way to the main road, and everybody coming to take just a few minutes of our time to wish us Merry Christmas. And so Madam Lodina said, we cannot take this stress. And so pack your bag. I'm taking you out of town. And so we ran away to a place called Crown Forest, where they have some zebras and giraffes. And I was telling Uncle Ishmael Hampton, for the first time in 2 years, I slept at 9 o'clock in the night and woke up at 9 o'clock the next morning. And it was a very peaceful, serene environment.
Third term for Mahama still being considered. Now, when John Dramani Mahama was campaigning to become a president of Ghana again, not many people gave him the dog's chance. Many thought that he was finished. He had become the dead goat. He had become a past tense. He had become history. Nobody gave Mahama the chance. But before he left office, he told all and sundry that I leave all judgment of my stewardship to time. And it looked like it was a prophecy. Many were those who went back comparing the tenure of office of Mahama and that of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, his successor. And it came out that many were still clamoring for Mahama to return silently like a raging storm. And to make it even worse, Mahama himself was praying that God should bring him back so that all the mistakes he made as a president, he would be able to cross all the T's and dot all the I's and make sure that he would leave a clean sheet one more time. God answered his prayer and he became president again. Not just a president, he won overwhelmingly. In fact, for the first time in the history of Ghana, the opposition conceded defeat earlier than the Electoral Commission could even predict. My brother, my sister, Mahama was sworn in and everything was so picturesque, full of color. He wore one of the best dresses for his inauguration. And when he became president, many were those who were expecting that Dumso would come in. But even with the looming threat of Dumso, he was able to deal with it so well, and Dumso never returned. Mahama started doing things that shocked everybody, including making the cedi rise so high as against the dollar, unprecedentedly, at least in present times. Inflation immediately started falling at the mercy of the Ghanaian economy. Oh my God. Many were those who said Mahama was truly blessed and ordained to be president at the time. Now, to make it even worse, when Mahama became president again, it looked like the law started to work very, very well. And all the young men he put into power were ready to do so much. That was when fear started coming in. Come here! Watch this. Now, as Mahama became president again and started doing so well, those who called him incompetent swallowed back the dirty debt of vomit. Those who said Mahama was the dead goat had to swallow back their words so uncomfortably. And those who said it was history now began writing a new page of history for Mahama. My brother, my sister, the opposition started it first. Oh, Mahama is trying to look for a third term. Officially, after this tenure, Mahama is not supposed to return as a presidential candidate. But we hear he was to come back. It was all in the rumor vine because Mahama was doing too well. And it looked like it would be an easy win for the NDC should Mahama push for a third term as it was done in neighboring La Côte d'Ivoire and some other African countries. Now the opposition realized that they will never stand a chance if Mahama was to return as a candidate again for a third tenure. So they started making noise around and swearing that Mahama would never have a third term. They had a lot of push when Kwesi Pratt Jr., a very respected journalist, came out and said that no, he will not support Mahama's third term. And then Mahama himself came out and said that he would not go for a third term. It was announced all over Ghana, and this is City Newsroom announcing it loud and clear in a banner headline. Mahama rules out 2028 bid, pledges to uphold two-term limits. My brother, my sister, and when you read the story, it says President John Dramani Mahama has assured that he will respect Ghana's two-term limit and will not contest the 2028 election. Kwesi Pratt was more than happy. People were still clamoring that Mahama would go for a third term because he was doing too well. And if there is a winning team, why do you have to change it? But Kwesi Pratt stood firm, came back, and this was what he said. Boom. It was all over in the media. President Mahama will not yield to calls for a third term. And this is Kwesi Pratt Jr. making it so clear. But my brother, my sister, as the economy keeps getting better, as the law keeps working, as employment is being created, in less than a year of Mahama becoming president, the city becoming better and stronger. In fact, international relations getting better. Mahama making speeches that are greeted with standing ovations all over the world. It looks like many more people are clamoring to have Mahama please deal with the constitution a little bit, massage it a bit with the help of majority in parliament as against this micro minority. Mahama would be able to have a third term. But would it help our democracy? Apart from the physical, it went spiritual. Come here. It went spiritual. Now, one of the respected prophets of the land, his name is Prophet Roger. They know him so well in Kumasi. He became very popular around the election time when a number of his prophecies all came to pass. So many radio stations talked to him, TV stations talked to him, and it looks like his credibility is on the ascendancy. This is Prophet Roger. He granted an interview a few hours ago, my brother, my sister, to Angel FM. And when this interview was checked out by prying eyes and ears, it came out that a third term for Mahama is still under consideration. And he has told us when the consideration is going to be happening in parliament, the discussion and the debate. And he says he sees Mahama going for a third term. And it's published in the news. Already, Mahama is going for a third term. And he would win, according to Prophet Roger. But in this interview, he also goes ahead to say that apart from Mahama winning, it will be something very good for Ghana. Though the democracy might shift a little bit, it will help Ghana to grow better and bigger. This is Prophet Roger. Listen to the interview.
Mame for Ura Ghana Parliament House.
Okay.
The Parliament House. Asem na make any mood ba meka. Ura Ghana Parliament House me who say there is a communication be in the realms is ahead of us. As our communication, you know, a baba sis samra bi. Na sam running sis any wie peyo a. Ebeba be Ura Ghana election mo. 2026 ye be unity. And komodie bi be koso. Our Ghana Parliament House.
Okay.
2026 yiko ya. San komodie ni koso a. Ebeba ba be wie Ghana ya bato. Ebaba be wie Ghana bato a. Ebema niema bi a ewo ho nne ensesa. Ebe wo ho saa kopim 2028 eni nachi. Ensesa.
So we breaking it down kakama me. Parliament be amendment for mrabim.
Emrabim.
Some mran be affect 2028
election.
Ye beto no.
Affect election na. Ye huni nne no. Ye be huni saa ensesa. E pese unity na maba na be breaking it down ma.
Dreaming and I want who be for 10 be one as I wo can me de madwin bubu a as yes some rebi na say ma de wo ho no mo a na say anya man sesa
ensesa bibia.
Do you see say a man pani betimi asan akobio?
I have seen it. Say he's going for the third time and he will win the election. That is it. Until say Entina meka say me pese unity. Now me breaking yama be down here. Emma Ghana for TSA.
Okay.
And for the good
of the country.
Of the country. In a way. And in another way, so no, bibi wa chide. Bibi you ma be chide side.
This is Prophet Roger talking. How many people believe in him? How many people believe that he's ordained spiritually to see the hidden things of God? He has a track record. Many people believe that this is an ordained, anointed man of God. My brother, my sister, will Mahama go for a third term? Would he be convinced to go for a third term? And all the newspapers are already talking about this. This is from Ghana Web. I see President Mahama going for the third term and he would win. He will win it. This is Prophet Roger. Dash it away. Now, according to Prophet Roger, Mahama would win the election and it will be good for Ghana. What do Ghanaians want? Do we want to hold on to our democracy no matter what? Or we would like to shift our democracy a little bit so the country can get better? This is the debate that is going on right now. People like Kwesi Pratt have made it simply clear. We will not support a third term for Mahama. Mahama himself has made it clear that he's not going for a third term. But remember, this will not be the first time Mahama will be changing his mind. Come here! Remember after the election that saw Mahama lose by a very big margin, albeit as against some rumors of rigging, with some two people fingered, Kwabna Edubuayin and one Anoche. Mahama after that said he would never run for president again. It was done. And there were prophecies, hot prophecies, especially from my own schoolmates, my own classmates, Reverend Isaac Owusu-Bempah, who said Mahama should never ever try to be president again because in the realms of the spirit, he had been taken out because he had anointed God. His hands had become bloody because of a certain murder. Mahama was so quiet, he never reacted to that. And sarcastically, for want of a better word, paradoxically, Reverend Isaac Owusu-Bempah came back and supported Mahama in his presidency bid, and he won. And Reverend Isaac Owusu-Bempah is still clamoring around him, clapping and saying that the realms of the spirit had changed and some showers of blessing had come upon Mahama, and that his tenure of office shall be overwhelmingly beautiful because he had gone down on his knees and prayed to God to forgive him for every wrong that he had done, and God had listened to him. My brother, my sister, other great prophets like Bernard Nelson Sh0cked, a prophet with a very solid track record, prophesied already that Kennedy Japan would be the next president of Ghana after their primaries. My brother, my sister, in the realms of the spirit, things can change. So let's leave the spirit aside and come to the physical. Would it be tenable for Mahama to come back for a third term? Do you think Ghana would be better? Or should we just start pushing all these debates aside and waiting to see how the 4 years of Mahama would end? And if it comes out that it is one of the best, would we give Mahama a chance via our constitution, an amendment like it was done in the Ivory Coast? The debate continues. The constitution, was it made by human beings for human beings? Or it is a robot that has to stay there and never be amended? And if the constitution is amended for Mahama to run for a third term, what kind of conversation would it carry into other generations yet to come? All these we need to watch. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodomo, where we speak truth to power. And if you ask me, should Mahama come for a third term? My brother, my sister, I want to be patient enough to see how the 4 years will pan out. Right after that, I can make a decision. For now, as it stands, everything is moving good, except a few things that we have to tighten left, right, and center, and we would have a really beautiful country. But there is a beautiful country in the offing, in the presidency of John Dramani Mahama. And I am so happy about what is happening so far. This,
in fact, enedie asante hene wati anim akra o. Hey! Yena na wati anim na ade ba ko so adabia mi hu a I don't know say na ye menko a. Anytime I see these two great kings together, me na will say tutu ene me na tankati takite nana takite. Anytime I me hu no mumienu bia together bia, it brings some joy be in my heart. I don't know say me nko a me hu mu bia na me ni age. Because I him fuwe the whole Ghana mumienu pe na ti me mama sa se mentena so. Omumienu pe eno mama masaze say me nana oba wukro mu ne tena ha mama me nkran de eno masa soso ama me bi wasantema mu. Ti anytime me hu mu bia eja put big small in my face. And as I stand right now, na dear, ya ka Ghana, my favorite, as I him for me, you know. Just me who na me feel as we are say.
I thought I should have worn my police dress to be here. I plead of the IGP to give me a police dress so next time when I come, I can be a policeman.
Joe.
Ebusiana just a way need a tray go, so videos with my information. I see.